Alright, thanks for clicking on the video. This is Gill back again. Just a very quick review of Street Fighter III. So basically I went back and I'm trying to play some of the old Street Fighter games, and I tried Street Fighter 1 and it was atrocious, and then I tried a couple of different versions of Street Fighter 2, the probably the best fighting game ever, Street Fighter 2, Champion Edition, Hyper Fighting, Super Street Fighter 2, etc. And I've been playing a bit of Street Fighter Alpha as well, but I never played Street Fighter 3. I've literally never played it actually. I played Street Fighter 1 before, and Street Fighter EX, and Street Fighter 4, just a tiny bit, but not really that much, not enough to get good at it, or not enough to actually practice right like that, or not enough to see most of the game. But I decided to give Street Fighter 3 a go. So I remember when Street Fighter 2 came out, and everyone was gushing about it. I was small and I loved it. I loved everything about it, the controls, the characters, everything. And they kept releasing different versions of it. So we were all like, where's Street Fighter 3? Where's Street Fighter 3? And then I'm almost sure they never released Street Fighter 3 like outside Japan, maybe in America. And then suddenly it was sort of we didn't get the 2D Street Fighter games, we got the 3D Street Fighter game on the PlayStation, and that was awful, like. Ugh, and then I just gave up on Street Fighter after that. Obviously I still like Street Fighter 2. This one here, Street Fighter 3, it really looks like Street Fighter Alpha. So this is the arcade version of it here, and it just reminds you of Street Fighter Alpha. Particularly Street Fighter Alpha 2, for some reason. I know Street Fighter Alpha 1, 2 and 3, they're all very, very similar. But yeah, just the control style and all that, and there's loads of new characters in it. I don't know who any of them are. There's not a great deal of characters like repeat characters from original Street Fighter 2. There's a few like Chun-Li, Ken, Ryu, etc. Those ones. Akuma's there as well. But there's all these new guys, and I don't know, but I think this is like a prequel to Street Fighter 2. So it's called the Third Strike. There's another version I saw as well when I was looking to play one of these, so I'll have to give that a try as well. But this is Street Fighter 2, the Third Strike. So it's got like a nice little introduction, like movie. It's come a long way since the old just like two random guys fighting each other in front of a skyscraper, and then one of them knocks the other guy out. So the old opening cinematic is a little bit better. So this one, obviously I can play it because I've played Street Fighter 2 to death, so I can play with Ken or Ryu no problem. And this one, the hyper moves as well, is just like, like the Shoyu Reppa is just like two Hadokens and press strong punch. Just like do the down to forward twice, and you'll be able to do your super move. So I only got a grade D for my first one. Oh well. And this one is interesting because in the arcade mode it gives you a choice to play either, like, you choose one character to fight. So I'll always remember in Street Fighter 2 when you get like Ryu on the last, or when you get like Guile on the last, it's like really hard. It's like whatever the difficulty before you get to Balrog and Vega and Sagat is like so difficult, like. So I'm not sure if this is the same. I'm not that experienced with this game obviously because this is the first time I've played it. So I'm just giving it a go here, just with Ken, because I always pick Ryu. So I thought I'd give Ken a try. Ken seems to be even more steroided up than he normally is in this game, and he's got like way bigger legs. So there is a noticeable difference between other games. But yeah, Ken is always, I don't know, I always considered Ken to be like a little more of a reckless character than Ryu. I don't know why that is. Like, it's just the way his moveset is. He just seems to be like throwing. He seems to be a little bit faster, and obviously his Shenlong is a fire one, so he puts you on fire. So they kind of differentiate between Ken and Ryu. And Ryu seems to be a little bit slower and stronger, although I could be wrong. That's just kind of the way it seems to me to be like. So, but I don't know. So yeah, Street Fighter 2. I'm just going to leave on a couple of fights here, so we can see a little bit of the gameplay. But or sorry, Street Fighter 3. This is not Street Fighter 2. So I did quite enjoy this game. The little bit that I played, and I'm just playing it here now. Just kind of, I don't know, just recording some footage. But I did enjoy it, and I have to say that the animation is good, but it's so similar to Street Fighter Alpha. I'm just wondering, did they actually make this and then, I don't know, not release it and then release Street Fighter Alpha, or did they always plan to do something like this? It's very, very strange. I'd love to know what happened. I'm sure someone knows out there, like, obviously, but like, why didn't Street Fighter 3 get released sooner? Why didn't they release it in Europe? Like, why didn't they like do massive fanfare? Because it was such a popular game. They kept releasing the same version of it over again. So I'd love to know why they didn't actually do a massive international release of Street Fighter 3. in Europe because it was really, really popular. Like, it was on everything, like Tiger handheld games, Game Boy Advance. I remember playing, like, you know, bad versions of Street Fighter on everything. Like on the Mega Drive was okay, the Super Nintendo one was okay as well. But yeah, I'd love to know the story. Maybe there's someone could write a book or something, I could read it about you know, what went wrong for Street Fighter. So the characters I use the most in Street Fighter would probably be Ryu, Ken, and Chun-Li. I got really good with Chun-Li because I just, like, years ago I got sick of playing with Ryu and Ken because I could just, like, you know, I could defeat the computer no problem, and I could beat all my friends as well, and I wanted a different character, and I picked Chun-Li and Vega. So those are two characters I sort of gravitate towards as well. But you know, the old favourites are Ken and Ryu. Not so much Akuma. I don't know what it is about Akuma, I just don't like him. And Dan in Street Fighter Alpha, he's just not the same as Ken and Ryu either. I know Sakura is very similar. Her moveset is very similar as well, because she's like a Ryu fanboy, or fangirl even. So yeah, there's a few characters that are very similar, but yeah, I don't know. It's something about Ken and Ryu. Whatever they did it, they're just really, really good characters, and the rest of them are just great. So thanks very much for watching my quick review, or listening to my quick review of Street Fighter 3. If you played Street Fighter 3, let me know in the comment section below. And thanks for watching to the end. I'll see you next video. Adios.
You win.